Good evening. I'm Pat Harvey.
And I'm Rick Garcia. Disgraced movie producer Harvey Weinstein has not only been fired from his job, he also resigned from the board of the company he created.
And now his brother is on the hot seat after a female showrunner made a stunning announcement. CBS 2's Randy Paige is live outside the Weinstein Company's offices in Beverly Hills with more on these newest accusations. Randy.
That's right, Pat. A lot of new accusations and a lot of trouble both of these brothers are now dealing with. For context, though, we have to point out that as many as 40 women have leveled allegations against Harvey Weinstein. So far, according to Variety, one woman has come forward to offer allegations of sexual harassment involving his brother Bob. This woman is a television producer.
Her name is Amanda Siegel, a television executive producer who ran this show, The Mist, for the Weinstein Company.
There's something in the mist.
Siegel told Variety Bob Weinstein made unwanted romantic advances over a period of months that began last summer.
She talks about how Bob would ask her out to dinner, would ask her, for things that were just crossing the line.
Variety managing editor Joel Belbruno says Siegel's allegations against Bob are not as severe as those that have been leveled against his brother Harvey.
It's just one person so far. It's not like the 40 or more women that have come up against Harvey. But if you asked somebody in Hollywood, or a powerful female voice in Hollywood, they would say, there is no line. It doesn't matter if you are just asking someone to dinner in order to, to move forward with a relationship with that person when their job is on the line.
Bob Weinstein's attorney, Bert Fields, told us in a phone conversation that, quote, the Variety story is riddled with false and misleading statements by Ms. Siegel, but even if you believe what she says, the story contains not a hint of any inappropriate touching. There's no way in the world Bob Weinstein, and I have known him many years, would have committed any form of sexual harassment, end quote. Harvey Weinstein is said to be in rehab in Arizona. Today he resigned from his company's board, days after he was fired as co-founder.
His career in Hollywood has ended. The funny thing about Hollywood is they always say that it loves a comeback story. And I think that's what Harvey has in the back of his head, that one day he will make a triumphant return with a film or an indie blockbuster that's going to do great at the box office. But most people in town feel that that is a pipe dream. It's just not going to happen for him.
But could there be a comeback story for the Weinstein Company? Well, there is a lot of that is up in the air. Some people are suggesting that it's likely the company will be purchased by someone else or it could be split into many parts. But there is a unanimous feeling about one important point, and that is whatever happens to this company, it will most likely not carry the Weinstein name. Let's go back to you.